on the TuneIn app, just type in KUAW and we'll pop right up. Or if you're driving around in the greater Kansas City area, you can hit us up on 98.5 right in the middle of your dial. Also, this is a call-in show. I like to interact with people, so hit us up at 816-599-6893. Or you can email us your comments, questions, concerns at KUAW985@gmail.com. Or get us on Facebook at KUAW/LPFM98.5. Now, today, my guest is someone who is definitely not a stranger to
Doing pretty well. How about yourself?
Doing great. Yeah, mic's on. Yep. So, Kent, first of all, I'm glad that you accepted the invitation to come back. It was definitely great having you back here. So, tell us what you've been up to.
Well, I recently just released my actual first full project called Louder Than the Sound, Volume 1. It came out on December 8th on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify. It's mind-blowing for me because it's like it's my first project I put together all to myself. Like I wrote all the lyrics. I based off it's a good thing for me.
So yeah, last time you were like talking about doing a CD.
Mm-hmm.
And now you actually dropped it. So
exactly.
see, everything's connected. Everything's coming in a full circle. Man, so you've been pretty busy.
I have been, yeah. I've had shows since then. I've had quite a few shows. I had my first one-man show, and it was 4 day long. It was in the Fringe Festival.
Yeah.
And that went pretty well. I was on a billboard for about a month or two, which was a new experience for me as well. And then getting the EP together and figuring out how I wanted to go and figuring out, how the order of, the songs, it may only be 4 songs, but still the order has a big play on how people, receive it,
Right.
So.
And also you did the One Artist Showcase.
Oh, yeah,
too.
I did do the One
You
Artist
did do that,
Showcase,
yeah. So you've been busy since the last time you've been on the show.
Since
you've been
the last night I've been on the show.
And as a matter of fact, I remember when you did your first show, you said that you were going, so I'm like, this guy's like steady grinding.
Yeah.
And then you dropped your first CD.
Mm-hmm.
So is the CD available now? Or
it is available, yeah. It was available for pre-order on Thanksgiving Day, which I feel like was like, just to give it 2 weeks to actually get people to hear about it, let it breathe a little bit. I plan on having a EP release party, but I do want to let the EP get a little bit more play before I decide to do that. And actually, I got Uptown Arts Bar to agree to be able to host it. So that's definitely what it'll end up being. But it's a good look, and I'm excited for what's to come.
That is good, man. So you about to do an actual album release. Now, what type of style of music is on this EP? I know, but I know a lot of our listeners and some of our viewers here on the Facebook Live may not know what kind of music that you do. So let them know what type of music is on your EP.
Well, normally, based off of like where I perform and what people see, EP, I kind of incorporated, everything that I'm able to do. So I rapped on it, sang on it, and then rapped and sang in one whole track, and kind of like played with the producing a little bit, and kind of see what I could do with that too. So I kind of try to incorporate all my talents into it.
Okay, I never knew that you rap, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I mean, like
you're the multifaceted musician.
Yeah, a lot of people were surprised that they listen to the first track and they're like, whoa, what is this? Like, and that's actually the favorite track on iTunes is the very first track, which is, I didn't expect that either. I expected the single that I released, Smile, to be the first, the favorited, but they definitely like the first one first.
Wow, that's cool, man. That's all right. That's all right, man. So, are you the only artist on your?
Yeah.
Okay.
When it comes, and I try to like have a formula when it comes to like the stages that you should go through when you're doing music. I feel like you should perform a lot, as much as you possibly can before you come out with anything for people to buy, so you can get yourself a name. And then you release a single. But that single shouldn't just be a single. It should be a single of a bigger project, which is about 3 to 4 songs. Just like, but it shouldn't have any features on it. So they know who you are. You don't want to try to, get them, used to you before you try to bring in other artists and, collaborate. Collaboration's good. I'm never against collaboration. But I do think that it's important for you to have a name for yourself first before you start doing like collabs with all these different artists, and then after that, a full-length album. That's actually where I'm headed. I plan on having that released sometime in March, hopefully.
March 6th is a good day, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. And I plan on having that released in March. But that's the basis that I want to go off of. Is just like kind of flow into it more so than just toss out, you know, a 15-song album straight off the bat. It's not really, you know, the best way for, in my opinion, for it to go, you know.
Yeah, you know, I definitely agree with you. Because when I wrote my first book, it was a book of poems, and you know, some small little writings. I would go to Uptown or to the Writer's Place or to little small places, and I would throw out little poems that I've written, and to kind of test them, you know, see if they something that the audience would like. And I would go to different groups of people to read certain poems, and if it made the cut, then it actually went into the book. It's definitely a process. You know, I didn't just throw the whole thing together and say, you know, here's the book. No, I did pieces of it.
And that's the thing.
It's like, small steps.
Exactly.
It's also a process too. And I've noticed that when I was writing my book, I got frustrated. When are you gonna release it? Did you have the same thing with your music?
I definitely. There are songs that I wrote on guitar that people were waiting for, like, it to be professionally recorded so they can actually purchase it. But when it released, there were people contacting me, letting me know, like, oh, it's out, finally it's out, before I even knew it was, you know, fully released all the way. So it was just like, people were actually like requesting my stuff. So that's good. That's the whole, you know, the whole point behind it.
That's good. Like, see, you made the key thing. You said that people are actually requesting it. So it's kind of like you got a waiting list of people wanting your, you know, your stuff.
Exactly.
And that's the way it is. I mean, you want. It's good to give that appetizer before you deliver the main course, so they know what it is. You know, you're getting that palate ready.
Exactly.
And people don't, and people need to understand that. You know, it's your art's a process. Like, for example, my book is done. It's just I'm not selling it yet. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes people take their time to get it out because you want to release your stuff at the right time.
Exactly.
It's like, you know, you said you did the pre-sale and you did the. You know, you're taking your time, gradually putting it out
exactly.
there.
And it's like, when it comes to like the whole idea of it, it's not necessarily, you know, like when I put it on iTunes and Google Play, me make it. On iTunes it's $2.97. Google Play is a little more expensive. It's $3.99. But I made it that cheap so people could get it, you know, as easy as they can, because it's more so like a message. You know, like Louder Than the Sound is that saying itself is a message more so than just the name of an EP.
I like that, Louder Than the Sound.
Yeah.
That's smooth, man.
So,
yeah.
And I mean, like, when it comes to volume, I named it Volume 1 because they're going to be continuous volumes until I run out of things to say, to be quite honest. Like, there's not going to be a cutoff of how many volumes of Louder Than the Sound there is.
Last time I checked, there's no time limit on sound.
Exactly. So it's going to go as long as it can go.
Louder Than the Sound, Volume 1. By Kent Crockett, or do you go
KC2?
by KC2,
which is Kent Crockett the second.
Right, second. Yeah. And I bet your dad just puffing the chest out right there, right?
Yeah.
That's one thing I will say, man. Especially, and I know he's very proud of his kids. I remember when he would come and pick up your sister at Kaufman, she would just have this big smile on his face, man. So I mean, it's good to give your parents that success back. You know, I mean, I know we talked about, you know, your sister's accomplishments. Now you have yours too. So
I mean, when it comes to like the path that I took, straight off the back, they weren't like completely ecstatic about it. Like, oh,
of course not. Like,
I'm gonna do music and that's all I'm gonna do and that's what I'm gonna devote all my time to. They weren't like, you know, straight off, okay, yeah, we got that. But now that they're seeing the products of my work, and, you know, where I'm able to go with it and where I've been with it, it's just like the support is better because I've actually proved, you know, that I'm actually about the life that I say that I am, you know.
Yeah. I mean, you said it, and that's all a parent can ask for. You know, I mean, I got a little one at home, and you know, I'm like, dude, you know, you're doing great. You know, I'm definitely enjoying watching you work. You know, and he just looks at me and smiles. And that little 1-year-old just cheeses when he puts his dish in the sink. You see, it's a little thing.
It's a little thing.
Yeah, it's a little thing. It's funny, like, wait, it's someone? Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, you definitely, it's a process. I mean, 'cause people think that, okay, as a musician, he's paid, or he's got his own label, or whether you're writing, or whether you're doing music, or whether you're doing spoken word. We do this because we love it.
Yeah, I like, and that's the thing I was trying to get to some of my friends and that the people that don't understand when it comes to like, record labels and how record deals work, or, when it comes to like the payment, how do I get paid? It's not necessarily, I'm not concerned about that. Yes, I have figured that out because it's important to know about finances when you're doing something that is your passion. You have to know how you're going to make money off of it, especially if it's like something that you want to do. But it's more so about who can I reach with this music? Who is going to be listening to it? Who can I inspire? Like, that's the point. I don't do music to just like have something to be bumping in the club, I mean, like, no offense to anyone that does, but
taken.
When it comes to like my mission, it's more so to inspire people to understand like you have more to you than whatever it is you feel like you do. That's what Louder Than the Sound, literally that's the meaning of it. Is so
I like that. Yeah, it's more than I like that. It's more than what you hear. Gotta dig a little bit deeper, reading between those lines.
And that's people don't understand, like, artists are more than just the art that they create. Like, yeah, I write songs and I sing and I perform, but I do have a separate life. So listen to it. So this is what it is. These are the struggles that I have. These are the issues that I go through. And most of the time, people relate because 9 times out of 10, the issues that you go through, 10 other people went through the same exact thing, just recycled. So it's different because you have to make yourself emotionally available to not only yourself, but everybody else who is actually willing to listen. And that's the waiting process. It's just like, okay, I made this whole project, it's done. Now I have to really get myself mentally ready for other people to listen to this, and then that's when you put it out.
Indeed, music is very therapeutic.
Yeah, definitely.
You hit the nail on the head because like person A can be going through something that person B, C, D, all the way through G experience too.
Exactly.
I mean, you never know. I mean, sometimes you can see someone put in a song, and that song speaks directly to them.
Exactly. And I've had people tell me, like, down on First Fridays, I'm performing, like, people are like, this guy walked up to me and was like, that's a good, I accomplished something. I feel like I accomplished something at that point. And then I try to, like, relate it to, like, just, like, everyday life. And, like, I've asked, like, a couple of my friends the same question. If money never existed, if money wasn't a thing, would you still be doing what you do every day? Like, so what is that? What is it that you would get up every day to do if money didn't exist? And whatever that answer is what you should be doing anyway.
Hey, I like that. I was always told, do what you love.
Yeah, exactly.
I went to this event, and the guy H&R Block, well, the dad was doing a speaking engagement, and he said, people make the mistake that when they open up a business, they say, well, I'm doing this to get rich. And he said, that shouldn't be your motivation. Your motivation should be, I'm doing this because I love it. And if you're doing it because you love it, then all the riches will follow behind that.
Exactly.
Because if your goal is like, I'm doing this because I want to get rich, theoretically, it's something that you don't want to do anyway.
Exactly.
And I mean, when he said that, like, the room just stopped because I'm like, man, this guy's a billionaire. So, I mean, and then when he told us his hustle and his story, it was very humble. So it wasn't like, I'm coming in here and I'm immediately going to strike at risk. People think that, it's my first time doing this, or I have this idea that people are going to grab it that quick. It doesn't work like this. It's like a 1 in a 1 million chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like, true success lies behind the pursuit of happiness. Like, once you reach that optimal level of happiness, then you actually are successful. It's not necessarily whether or not you have, I made $1 million this year, but what did I do? Was I working for someone else's dream?
Yeah.
Was I helping build someone else's company, or was I building my own? It comes down to that. I stay there for a little bit, and I'm just like, okay, I'm being taken away from opportunities to play here, or opportunities to be in the studio, or opportunities to go perform here. And it's just like, what is this really doing for me?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm making a decent amount of money, but I'd rather be broke and playing guitar every day than be rich and not be able to touch it except for once a week.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right. I mean, and what you just got through saying is really putting some things in perspective. I mean, people should really take that to heart. Now, I'm gonna ask you. I know you got your guitar over here.
Indeed.
So you get me.
Yeah.
So you want to go ahead and do what you do, man?
Of course.
Okay.
I'm always down for that.
Oh yeah. Now, I'm gonna do something that I typically don't do in the inkwell. I'm gonna get out of the way and let you have the inkwell.
Okay.
Because I mean, I don't think it'll look right. You singing your song, and I'm just sitting there.
It might look a little weird.
Yeah, I mean, one, it's not about me; it's about you. So
I appreciate.
I want you. Yeah. I mean, I want to give you the spotlight to showcase a track, and then I want you to talk about the inspiration behind it.
Oh yeah.
Is that cool?
Mm-hmm.
All right, my man.
Do you want me to do a guitar track, or you want me to play one from the EP?
Oh man, gotta do a guitar.
Gotta do guitar.
Yeah, got to. Yeah,
of course.
Cause I want people to see what you actually do. Man. Yeah.
Oh
yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to sit back, get copacetic, and listen to the smooth stylings of my man KC2.
Appreciate that.
So you putting the smooth jazz.
Yeah, smooth jazz.
All right, so this is one of the songs that I'm gonna play. It's called Chances. It's actually one of the songs that is being requested like crazy from people on YouTube, some friends locally that really want this song recorded, which is gonna be on the next album, you know.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and play that for you guys. Looking at you gives me such a high, but I wait for when I say goodbye. I wait for when I hold you close, but maybe you aren't the one for me. But I'll get the chance of just to see. I'll give my heart, and that is all I need to know. I'll be there for me. You don't have to be so cold towards me when you know all I want is you. I said you don't have to be so cold towards me when you know all I want is you. Hold it close and don't let us a chance, and you will grow. Open your eyes and you can see I'm right, and all that we really need is a little bit of time. You don't have to be so cold towards me when you know all I want is you. All we need is a little chance. All we need is a little chance, babe. All we need is a little chance with love and love. I said all we need is a little chance, babe. All we need is a little chance, babe. All we need is a little chance and love and love.
Oh man, yeah, that was tight.
Thank you.
That was tight.
Appreciate
You
it.
wanna turn it out?
That's the whole goal.
Yeah, see, never Never before have I done that. I'm glad I did.
Oh yeah, it's always good for first, you know.
Oh yeah, that was hype, man. That was hot. And plus, I remember hearing that song before. It's one of my favorites, man.
Oh yeah, and people really love this song.
Yeah.
And the song, I don't know, it was crazy when I wrote that song. It was about in January of this year, actually. So it's pretty old, but it's still, you know, one of the favorites that people recognize when they know me and what I write or whatever. But that song, it's kind of more so just like the personification of what it means to try to date an artist or be with an artist. That being said, it's just like, you know, understand, you know, that I'm an artist. I'm not trying to add more stress to your life or take away from what you have, but I'm here. Yeah. And you have to be okay with that.
Exactly.
That's basically the whole message.
I like that. And, you know, as you were doing your thing, man, I got a request. Someone's awesome, play another. So, I mean, if it's all right with you, you know, probably, you know, later on in the second half of our hour, if you don't, you get some on yours too.
Yeah.
You wouldn't mind playing another one.
Of course. I
know. Yeah, it's all good. I mean, you know, it's nothing but exposure. And this is good quality music. This is good exposure. Man, I mean, that was a real smooth track. And you wrote the music and the lyrics. And you said this is an old song. See, stuff like that I like to call an instant classic.
And a lot of people just say that song is like something that they would want in their list.
Yeah, of course.
Something that they listen to while driving home from work or something like that. You know, it's people that you know or people that you don't know even. It's just like, I'm actually creating something that people actually, you know, can connect with. And that's the whole, you know, the whole purpose. I'm not, you know, I'm making music so people can connect with it, so people get, you know.
So you said the keyword connection. Because see, when I hear you play that song, and I remember the first time you played it, I think of like a montage, like the song's playing and it's on different radios, and you're seeing like different people just listening to it all over the place. You know, you got a woman and her child driving down the street on their way to daycare. You got a man on the porch drinking some lemonade, listening to it. You got someone at their office typing some work, listening to it. Oh yeah, I mean, I see a whole different demographic, a whole diverse demographic of people vibing to this track.
And the thing is, like, I want to do, like, because I could get a beat made for it or make a beat myself for it, but I don't want to do that. I want to keep it acoustic, you know, just that acoustic version. I might add a little bit more vocals in it to, like, kind of harmonize, but that's pretty much what you're going to hear.
It's kind of like, you know, not to be corny, but it's kind of like an orange. You know, an orange is one of those fruits, you can just pop it and eat it the way it is, right?
Exactly.
Last time I checked, I never heard of a fried orange, a baked orange. No, you can squeeze it, but it's still an orange.
It's still an orange.
Yeah, keep it still an orange.
Yeah, exactly. You know? I like that analogy. I've never heard that before, but I definitely like it.
Yeah, keep it fresh, man. Keep it authentic. That's cool. And also, matter of fact, to give you a little another feather in your cap, the song that you just played, you got a request for you to play it again. Someone's actually listening to this interview on the radio.
Okay, that's awesome.
So like, you kind of got some radio play.
That's dope.
and you already got your first critic, like, also.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I would definitely love to like get some uploaded, and like if you all like it, you know, we could play it more on KUAW. Yeah, okay, the man saying yeah. And like, you know, and also another individual said, man, that your song was a song of substance, feeling, and truth.
That's some words.
Yeah, like it is. Substance, feeling, and truth. I mean, that's, yeah. I mean, you're getting a little following here, man. That's awesome. Now, I know we're coming up to the top of the hour in a minute, and we got to take a little break in about 4 minutes. Well, really 3 minutes now. When we come after the break, I do want to talk about how the music industry is now.
Definitely.
How do you feel you fit into it, and maybe do some other stuff. I don't know, man. You know, I might get up here on the microphone and croon a little bit.
All right. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. You know, hey, you inspired me to come on out of retirement.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, you know, I had a couple groups I sung. Hey, man, you know, we was T-Bird and the Falcons. That was senior year of high school, Southwest.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
We sung live from Miss Perry classroom. Then I had the 5 Heart Attacks. That was with me, Armand Carr, Tywin Hansen, Arthur Ballard, Danico Church. 5 heart attacks up in Missouri Western. Yeah,
is this like you got videos? I gotta watch this. Like,
hey, and I know a couple of them brothers. We friends on Facebook. I'm like, man, hey, we put it down. One group was a cover band. The other one we just did our own thing.
Hey, you gotta get some type of feel.
We didn't have a record deal, but we thought of a record deal. so that was
the thought is what starts.
The thought is what counted.
The thought is what starts everything.
Yeah. So I don't know, man.
Heart attacks. Collab a little bit.
Heart attacks. Do a mega group. See a mega group, and then you could be up in there, producing it. Yeah. We sung so good, man. The Temptations got a little nervous.
Oh, see,
a little nervous.
That's when you know you're making it.
Temptations got a little nervous, man. Yeah. And last time I checked, about like 50 guys with Temptations, but only 5 heart attacks.
Hey, man.
Let me quit.
The numbers is what shows it.
Yeah, it is. Let me quit, man. I'm gonna be out crazy. But nah, man. But yeah, definitely, man. Pure talent. Pure talent. So I'm gonna kick back, and we're gonna take a little short commercial break. We're gonna pay some bills. We're still gonna be rolling on Facebook Live. So just take a little break.
All right.
We'll be back with KC2, aka Mr. Kent Crockett II.
Appreciate it.
Louder than sound.
Do that.
Got the multitask. Get here going. Right here. Right here.
Pull up the chart.
Right here.